Hello, this is the Facade Montage channel. I'm Dennis. Today I'll show you how to finish a window with casings with overlays like these. First, we will install the window sill on the window. Now I will show you how to cut it and install it. First, we need to measure shipment. Size here we took the size. We have 50. 7.5 centimeters. 10, 7.5 centimeters. Add 18. Why 18, 10? Because we end up with a slope of 9 centimeters. So we end up with two slopes, that is 9 centimeters each. So in total, that's 18 centimeters. Okay, 57.5 plus 18. Let's calculate how much that is. 75. Congrats arkadaşlar. 57.5. So we have 75 and 5 millimeters. Okay. We widen it. We measure from this side where we drew the line. From there we take 9 centimeters. And from this side, 9. So we cross it off. Or we cut it off slowly. So this is what we get. We still need to do this here. I forgot. Now we're cutting it off. It was convenient to cut it off. We need to bend it like this. It's fine. Now we need to the depth from the window to this crossbar. That's how it is for us now. So we have 15 centimeters. We measure 15 centimeters. Same here, 15 on this side. Like this. We cut it off. Just like that. Like I showed you in one of the videos. $50, same thing. Cut it off. Here it's about 4 centimeters. So that if it's longer, it will hit the bending tool and the tool won't be able to bend it. Now let's bend the loop. Let's bend the loop. Like this. Now let's try it on. Like this. That's it. Now we'll trim a little more. It's really tight. This is the molding we're getting. Like this now. He has... We put... And now we screw it on. Like this now. We bend the bar, then we'll remove it. Yeah, I'm just showing you the video so that the drip edge doesn't get scratched. Okay, the next step for us is we need to measure the finishing strip. Okay, our finishing strip comes out to 56 centimeters and 7 millimeters. Right. We cut it off. We clamp it. We clamp the film like this. Finishing plank. And we screw it in. Not all the way. You can't screw it in all the way because the plastic itself will warp. Alright, now we're going to measure the vertical finishing strips. Yeah, not because of the drip cap. We have 110, 5650. Okay. Clamp 110 and 7. 50 a little at an angle, 3 millimeters. Now we are going to cut. All right. Now we are going to train. When she becomes one of us. So she turns out to be a bit tall for us. So we'll trim off another 2 millimeters now. Better more than less. Here, I stitched it up, see? It's nothing. Now we're installing it here. There, yes. And we tighten it. Not too tight. Like this now. We also measure the next finishing plan. Now we also measure the next one. 10.5. So now we'll cut off this edge. Exactly. $110.5 plus 3 millimeters. We add it to the floor. Right here. We repeat the slope of the drip edge. to make it clearer for you, I'll show you like this now.
Here.
Here, I tilt it a bit like this and draw. And we cut it off as well. Alright, now we're gonna screw it on. Same thing, we make small gaps as well. The finishing strip goes from the bottom to the top so that it can expand. That is, if sunlight hits the finishing strip, it will heat up. That's it, and expand. This explanation is for beginners. It will be useful for everyone in the future. And I'll block the haters who are trying something there. I don't need any negativity in my comments. So, next, we need to measure the slope and bend the edges so that there are no gaps visible here in the corner. I'll measure it now. So we have 67, 57 and 4. We take the slope we measure 57 and 4 millimeters. And also, we add 19 so we don't have to count. Oh, I lied, 8 centimeters. For folding the ears. I'll show you now. We hold it. The slope itself. Yeah, and this is where we die. It comes out to 4 centimeter from every corner and side. Then we place the square like this. With an awl. You can do it from this side too. The slope is already done. This part was pre-cut to depth to save time. So we're cutting off this part right now. On this side we cut off the ear. Next we use a clamp like this. We put it on. And we bend the loop. The price is not expensive. Anyone can afford it. We'll cut it slightly at an angle. Let's continue. That's it. We've installed it. Now we're working on it. Had a hearty lunch. We're setting it up at the square like this. Don't tighten it all the way either. So we'll have slopes here, overlay slopes. We'll see more in a moment. Okay, next step. We need to, from here, from this spot, measure the height of the right slope to the top, to the upper slope. So we have 112 and 3. Let's write down 112 right away. 3. Now the second slope, let's check again. It should turn out the same. Like this. Next we need to find out the slope of the actual embankment. Our drainage is lying at an angle, so we need to determine the slope. We place the square on the drainage, and from this edge, from the grate, we move along the square, and we get a slope here of 1/2 of an inch. We write down 1/2 of an inch. We double check here. Left slope. The same thing. It's working. Like this. Now we measure the total length of the actual slope. We get 112.3 mm. Let's measure it out. 112.3 mm. Now we'll cut it. Right there. With the scissors. Let's take the scissors, the ones with the smaller blades. They're easier to cut with. Like this. We get the right slope. Then we turn it over. We double check the cut with the square. Did we cut it straight or not? If it's straight, then we measure the slope for the drip cap. 102 millimeters. Next, we turn it off and cut it off. So this is what we get, a little cone like this, and this is the flat side. And now we're going to stick it in here. We leave a small gap and we fasten it lightly, evenly. Don't make it too tight. Like this, and here we tightly. To the lathing, we clamp it, massa. We've already fitted it to the lathing under the slope. So here, we didn't make any locks here because the slope's depth is low. Here you go. And that's why he won't be able to get out of there at all. You'll see later. Alright, let's cut the next slope. Now the left one. Left one. Let me double check the size one more time. Alright, we have everything here. The color is brown. What is it, Grandpa? Go on. The color is brown. We can't see the pencil here. All the bumps are white and visible. Alright, let's cut it. A little slope. We take small scissors, it's easier to cut with them. It's thick plastic. This one has small jaws, that one has large jaws. Now we need the same thing. Double check the square, is it cut off or not? We also measure the slope, 1-2 millimeters. You can see it there, that's the line. And we cut it carefully without rushing. The acceptable gap, just 1 or 2 m inside, definitely not 5 or centimeters. You can't make it too tight either, because later you'll have to remove and redo your slope like this constantly. Here we have the slope. There's an incline here, and this is how it will be installed. Repeat the angle to the left. Insert it, press it tightly against the lathing, and screw it in. Why tightly against the lathing, you may ask? Because we have the edge. The lathing should be placed along the edge of the window, so that our slopes are even. Like this. I even got a special screwdriver like this. It's pretty big, of course, but it turns smoothly. And it's slower. Its speed is lower than the other one. I have a 2-volt one. It's a really lively screwdriver. Alright, gratis. I'll switch it now. We insert about 5 self-tapping screws. No more are needed here. And now we need to measure. We need to measure the upper slope. We take it from this point to this one. That is from the lock, from this edge to this one. We get 57. And 8 plus 1, 8, we add it up. So we don't have to count for a long time. 57. And 8. Alright, now double check it. Let's go, that's how it works. And we add 18 centimeters. Since the shelf of the casing itself is 9 centimeters, here we draw a line, and here we draw 9 centimeters. Now I'll show you why. Like this. We cut it with scissors. like this. Here, we'll trim the shelf a little. About 1.5 centimeters. So the siding can fit in. And here. We don't bend any tongues because there will still be a bit of overlap there. You will still need to do all this to keep water out. Seal it with silicone, cut off some more. The shelf like this, the bottom one. He'll show you what it's for later. He leaves about 3 centimeters of space. So this is our top trim. Here we've made a cut, and here as well. Now we screw it in. Like this and here. Marked 9 centimeters now. We move it here. We set it at the edge of the slope. Here are 9 centimeters, and we place it at the edge of this slope. We end up with the same on each side. Each side of the slope is 9 centimeters. Next. So we clamp it. Next we measure from the top slope to the bottom drip cap. We get 122 centimeters. We measure here. So
now I'll show you.
again. That's enough. One piece for 2 slopes. I'll check. Here we just have the corner cut, so now I'll cut it again and show you how to cut it. Okay, 122 centimeters. Let's measure. Next, we're going to measure next. Cut it off, okay. Now we don't make a 45-degree angle here, we just take the exact width of this shelf, 10 centimeters, and measure from the top, 9 centimeters. Then we transfer it here. Now, well, it turns out to be kind of at a 45-degree angle, but I don't do it that way because then the corners at the top, when it's 45 degrees, don't line up. Design. Spray can. Here we cut the shelves like this. There, so everything is done, and on this side too. On this side, we cut at a slight angle, like this. There you go. Now we're going to season it. So this is our right slope. like this, like that again. I'm trying again now. Here we have this kind of latch. First we hook the lock upwards. That is, we hook the lock, then we insert it like this. There. And we hook it from the side. Okay, well, and we clamp it. There. Then we'll add more boards here. Many people ask why we're cutting upwards like this. Because the cut won't be visible from below, and many clients don't like that, so we always cut upwards. And you can, after installation, seal everything with brown silicone. If you're worried that something might get in there, for example, if something leaks in, or anything like that, you can do the same thing near the window. The finishing strip next to the window can be done the same way. Here it's all done with clear silicone. Now we'll measure the next slope. We have 2. We're cutting 122. To avoid confusion, we flip it over first. Alright, let's take a look. So what we have here is, from the factory, the cut is uneven. About 2 millimeters, so we don't make it 9, but 8 and 8. So here we have it, this gram silicone. Here we also cut it off. So it doesn't get in the way like this. Here at the bottom we angle it slightly, about 2 mm. Insert it. This is how we get the slope. It turns out a bit big, so we'll trim it a little more. It's fitting too tightly, so we're trimming it a bit. cuts are all even here. Now we
trim.
We will try it. You see, we don't remove the film because when you install the slope it starts to scratch a little. Okay, we need a little more. Trim the slope a bit. Just a little bit. Now make it even again. Like this. Basically we have the slopes are ready. Now I'll show you how it all turned out here. The film is cut here, we'll remove it later. So something like this. And here's the second window. Basically the same thing. Alright, that's it. Respect. I'll wrap up. Subscribe. This was Dennis. See you later.